China's found itself taking a leading role in the global effort to reduce pollution and fight climate change. It started as a response to its own pollution problems. Barbara Finamore is a senior attorney and Asia director at the National Natural Resources Defense Council. I asked her what role China is now playing.
China has a unique role to play for several reasons. One is that it still is the world's largest emitter, and emissions have been rising again after several years of going down. So, like other countries, I think China needs to step up its efforts to reduce its consumption pretty much of coal. I think that's the key here. That's the first reason. Second reason is that China is leading the global clean energy revolution. China's massive investments in solar, in wind, and in electric vehicles have enabled it to become the leading user and producer and investor in these clean energy technologies, which are going to be key as we all move forward.
So as President Xi marked the anniversary, he talked about two challenges ahead, poverty alleviation being one, still a major goal, and tackling pollution. So talk to me about the reforms, how they led to success, which also led to problems, and how China is continuing to strive to try and tackle them.
Yes, China's economic miracle was powered by coal. And coal consumption in China tripled between 2001, when it joined the WTO, and 2013. And at that point, the air pollution got so bad that the government realized that it had to take really serious steps to address its air pollution, and that meant tackling coal. And this air pollution control plan in 2013 till the end of last year was successful in reducing China's coal consumption after growing by double digits. And that had several impacts. It really addressed the coal air pollution in a substantial way. It led to a reduction in China's CO2 emissions, and it benefited people's health. So that's what we would like to see more of going forward under the new air pollution control.
Has China become a torchbearer in these efforts to address climate change, given the fact that before the Paris Accords, we saw Obama and Xi coming together, really kind of driving this, but now you see a vacancy on the world stage when it comes to the United States?
Yes, President Trump has announced that the U.S. is going to withdraw from the Paris Agreement when it can, which is 2020. That has left a vacuum in global climate leadership. I think that China is playing a very important role moving forward. We saw that in the climate summit that just finished last week in Poland. I think one of the key results of that conference is a global agreement on developing the rules of the road on how this Paris Agreement is going to be implemented in terms of transparency and accountability, in terms of climate finance, and in terms of an agreement that countries are going to all come together next September and come up with their advanced ambition and new climate pledges. So I think China played a very constructive role there. But again, as I say before, every country needs to step up its ambition going forward.